So all right. So let's get started. Is everybody comfortable? So see, this is half classroom. Okay, I'll get a desk like this, which will be a little higher than this, where you can keep a notebook, and that will look more like a classroom. Okay, so we are still halfway through, but yeah, we'll try making it like a class. So yeah, you can take it. You left it last time. I would not. Yaditi, you're talking on mute, beta. You're talking on mute.
Happy we need the organization activity today.
Thank
we
you.
get on stage next to Ganesha Mandapam.
Thank you, beta. I wish you the same. All right. So now a question to everybody except Ishan, because Ishan has missed few classes, not few classes, few months. But yeah, it's not something that. What we can do is, last week I cannot see you. You can come to the front. Last week can come to the front, or you can take a chair also. Nobody is stopping us from taking chair. Yep. If I don't see the kids, I don't feel comfortable. Okay? Okay. So everybody here. So now tell me so Nihid, no mischief, okay? Okay. So what did we learn in the class last week? Yep. Yes, Alni?
We learned the area of a right-angle triangle and
Yes.
a rectangle.
Yes. So we learned. Huh?
I don't know the geometry.
Yeah. So we did not learn only. We also tried finding out how that area gets derived,
Oh.
how the formula comes into existence. Anyways, yep. Yes, Yanvi.
Sir, can you go over like a little review of it? I wasn't
Yes.
there last class.
Yes, I will do that. So Ishan was also not there. So that's what we'll do. So first of all, everybody in the class who thinks you here, pay attention here. Don't have to worry about taking notes. I don't ask you guys to take notes. You have a video of the whole class which you can watch later, take notes. Okay? Now, we all know what is the area. Nobody has any doubt, right? Area is the space taken by that shape on the surface. This has big area, this has small area, this is very small area. Very small area. This is taking less space, more space, even more space. So the space that it takes on the board or on the surface is called area. This part is clear? Then we learn about area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle. What is the property of rectangle? Everybody remembers? Yeah, property of a rectangle. I'm not asking you area. I'm asking you property of the rectangle.
What you said area?
Huh?
Yeah, did she say area?
No, area, I'll come to
What's
that.
the question?
I'm saying, do you remember what is the property of a rectangle?
No.
The opposite sides are equal.
Yes, the opposite sides are equal and yep. Yaganya,
It has 4 right angles.
4 right angles. So basically all the angles are 90 degrees. It is very important for us to remember the properties of the shapes. If I ask you guys, why do you come to this class? You will say, I go for learning maths. Why are you coming to this class for learning math? Because this is my property. I teach maths, right? If you have to learn, let's say, social studies or English, would you come here? No. You are coming here because you know my property or my characteristic, my capability, my knowledge level, my skill, right? Say, okay, fine. This teacher probably knows math, that's why I'm going to him. If you had to learn English, you would have gone elsewhere. So you know my property, that's why you deal with this. If you feel hungry, if you feel like eating something sweet, will you eat a samosa?
No.
No, right? Because you know samosa doesn't have the property of being sweet. Yeah? So knowing every shape, everything that you do, knowing its property actually helps you decide. Yes, Alni, you had a question.
So I forgot. It was from the last question. I just
Oh,
forgot.
okay, not a problem. So this is the first property. For first shape, rectangle. So this is the rectangle. You all said so, and we agreed the opposite sides are equal. So this side will be equal to this side will be equal to this, and all the angles are 90 degrees. This is a square. Now, can somebody tell me what is the property of square? Yeah, Aditi. I'll come to you. Yeah, Aditi.
Like the property of a square is like it has like 4 sides and 4 vertices. Like it's also a quadrilateral, you know.
Uh-huh.
So it belongs. It's related to quadrilaterals because quadrilaterals have 4 sides and 4 vertices.
Uh-huh.
It belongs to rectangles, kites, diamonds, trapezoids, and
Right. No, I'm saying a property of only square. So you said it right. It's a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. It has 4 vertices. That also I agree. What else would make this a unique shape? Let's see what Shyanvi has to say. Let's hear her.
like it's a quadrilateral and it's more like a rhombus.
Now I'll get more confused. I'll say what is a rhombus? Okay. No, see, I'll not get confused. I'll pretend to be confused. Okay, so that I get the right answer. Okay. Let's hear Yaganya also.
All 4 sides are
So, Yaganya, I want you to be louder. All 4 sides are equal. Tasvik, is that what you wanted to say? Yes. What was your response?
Also same.
No, there's nothing called same thing. Say it loud and clear. So, if it's a square, it is a quadrilateral because every shape that has 4 sides is called quadrilateral. All 4 sides are same. So, when you say
But all 4 sides have 90 degrees angles.
loud, say that again.
All sides have 90 degrees angles.
Yes. So all 4 angles are 90 degree and like the rectangle, but here all the 4 sides are same. What we saw here was only the opposite sides were same. Here in this case all 4 sides are same. So if I say this is 5 centimeter, this is 5 centimeter, this is 5 centimeter, this is also 5 centimeter. Yep.
Oh, it will also be like L to L, not L plus. But it would be L.
I have not gone there yet. I have not gone there yet. So wait. Nehit, I want you to shift a little bit this side. I know you guys are very good friends. All that friendship will be outside the class, not here in the class. Okay. Now, so Nehit, this part is clear?
Yes.
What is a right angle triangle? A triangle where one of the angle is 90 degrees. So what we have learned so far, I'm just repeating, some of the things might be kind of repeat of what you have already learned. Keep the bottle down so that you don't end up playing with it. So if you talk about, oh, I see one more student. Okay, so if you talk about perimeter of any shape, what is the perimeter of a shape, Nihit? Any shape. I'll keep waking you guys up, okay? So Ishan, you also shift a little bit. Yeah. What is perimeter of a shape? I'll come to you, Salmi. I know you know the answer already. I'm just waking everybody up, okay? Yeah. Yug, what is perimeter of a shape? Any shape. I said, okay, when you say area of any shape is the space taken by that on the board, on the surface. What is the perimeter? Okay, let Ishan say.
A perimeter is like the border of the perimeter of the garage is like the
Okay,
border.
okay, yeah, that is another answer. Last week.
The boundary of the whole.
Okay, okay. Let's see what Shianvi has to say.
I was gonna say the same thing. A perimeter is like the border. of
The
shape.
border, the boundary. Yaganya, you're saying the same thing, right? Okay. So, if you have any shape, they ask you to find out the perimeter, I will call this as length and I will call this as width. This is the length, this is the width. Here in this case, everything is same. I will just call it a length. This is length, this is length, this is length, this is also length. Yeah? Here, Nehit and Ishan, here. If I am looking at this right angle triangle, I will call this as a base. This is where it is sitting, right? So I will call this as a base and I will call this as a height. Okay?
Yeah.
In case of a rectangle, what will be my perimeter? This length plus this length plus this length plus this length. In case of square, what will be my perimeter? This length plus this length plus this length plus this length. If I give you this shape, what will be the perimeter? This plus this plus this plus this plus this. All 5 sides. Just add it together. That's it. Yeah? Yeah, you can hear saying something. No? You have raised your hand. That's why I'm asking. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. So any perimeter that you talk about, you have to just add the sides. That will be your boundary or the perimeter. Now, area. This is what we were learning in the last class. Shyamli, you are with me? Yeah? Okay. When we talk about area of a rectangle, does anybody know in the class what is the area of a rectangle? Aditi, tell me.
I think an area in a rectangle is like this. I think this is the area of the rectangle.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know what its hypotenuse is.
Okay, I'll come to that. I'll tell you. Yeah.
Length times width.
Okay, length times width. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Area of a rectangle is length times width. This is my length, this is my width. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Nihit, what did we discuss in the last class? To be careful about when you talk about area or perimeter, whatever we talk about. What is the thing we need to be very careful about? Yes, Alni, you raise your hand. What is that we need to be careful about? The unit. The unit. Okay? If I say I'll repeat myself, okay? If I say my height is 5 feet 6 inches versus I say my height is 5 miles and 6 inches, imagine how tall I would be. Yeah? So that's very important. The unit is very important. Or if I say my height is 5 centimeters and 6 inches, you imagine how tall I would be. Maybe this tall. What is this tall? Yeah? 5 centimeters. How much it will be? This much. This much. Yeah? So unit is very important. Yes, Shanvi.
So is like units so is units like a measuring tool, like a measuring?
Yeah. Yeah. So what here you should look at, what did I say? Side of the square is 5 centimeters. So that centimeters tells you how big that would be. If I would have said the side of the square is 5 miles, you can imagine how big that square is. Yeah. So unit tells you, I mean, we'll probably come back to unit thing. We have done that in the previous classes. I'll do it for you guys one more time. But unit tells you how big or small it will be. We use different units, right? You go to buy milk, you buy milk in gallons. When you go for buying potatoes, you buy that as pound. When you go for buying apples, you buy that in pound. If you go to India and try buying same apple or potato, they will give you in kilos. These are different units. It says how much it is. Similarly, if you measure distance, let's say Sianvi is coming to Texas, and Sianvi will say, okay, I'm going to travel 5,000 miles, or sorry, 2,000 miles. She will not say 2,000 centimeters, because that will be too smaller unit. She can just walk 2,000 centimeters. But can she walk 2,000 miles? No. She has to come either flying or she has to drive for 2 or 3 days. Yeah. So that unit plays a very important role. Yeah.
Is it possible to do that?
What?
Is it like possible to walk for 2 entire days without stopping?
That depends on how strong you are, how much milk you have been drinking, how much healthy food you have been eating.
Some people have done it.
It's possible to walk 2,000 miles in, let's see.
This
Yeah.
is my
Like,
next
Some
one.
people walk more than 10,000 miles.
So we can go debating on that, but that is out of syllabus, so we'll stop it there. So coming back to the point, what I'm trying to say is, Tasvik, here. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is, unit is very important. Gadati, you're saying something.
Do you know the number pi?
Number pi is a number that is given by mathematicians, and the value of that is 22 by 7.
Yeah, it's like you take from the radius.
Yeah, so that is the perimeter of a circle. We'll come to that one. So right now we are talking about, yeah?
Do you know the digits of pi?
Okay, not needed. So, because see, if I entertain every discussion, we'll only do discussion, we'll not learn math, and then the purpose gets defeated. Okay? So yeah, coming back to this one, what is the area of a rectangle? This is what we learned, okay? Imagine this, if I have one square, here everybody, here, a square which is 1 centimeter. Ishan, can you shift this way so that you can focus on the board? I am showing you guys something interesting, okay? Tasvik here, everybody here. Salini, you have raised hand.
It's from the last question again.
Okay, not a problem. So look at this. This is a square. This is a square with every side being 1 centimeter. What will I call this guy? 1 square centimeter, or 1 centimeter square. Yeah? 1 centimeter square. Now, if I add another square, yes, Yanvi.
I watched the video. I just have like a tiny doubt. So can you just go over like about that? Like the
Yeah.
2 times 2 equals like the 2 power of 2.
Yeah. So 2 times 2, there is a shortcut. I can write this as 2 square. This is a shortcut. This is called exponents. I would not want you guys to worry about this right now. Once you go to 6th or 7th grade, it will be easy. But if I have, let's say, if I multiply it to 3 times, it becomes 2 to the power 3. If I multiply it to 4 times, it becomes 2 to the power 4. Similarly, if I say centimeter into centimeter, I can write this as a shortcut, centimeter square. Okay? So this is more like a shortcut. No making that sound. No. If I have to write this, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, or let's not deal with 2, let's say 3. 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. How many times 3? 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7. I can use a shortcut and say 3 to the power 7. When I am multiplying same number with itself, some number of times, I can write in this format, which is called exponent. So that is why the same approach we can use when I multiply centimeter with a centimeter. It becomes centimeter square. So anyways, we'll come to that one. What we learned in the previous class, again, Salini, Jaganya, I think you would remember, Tasvik also would remember. But for everybody else, I want you guys to focus on this one. This is here. This is a square. All sides are 1 centimeter. What will I call it? 1 centimeter square. Yeah? Now, what will I do? Let me add one more square here. Here, everybody, okay. that doesn't move, that doesn't move. That can only break, doesn't move. You have to move. So these two you cannot detach. This is together.
I thought they were detached because
No.
whenever I
No, okay. So don't play with that. That's what you said here. Now, so everybody here, you guys are missing the concept, and then you will say, I don't remember, right? Here, I had 1 centimeter square. I put one more square, same size. Now I have how many centimeters square? 2 centimeters square. Yeah, I had 1. I got one more. I got 2 centimeters square. If I put one more, same size. How many centimeters square I have? Ishan, can you move this way so that I can see you? You don't have to hide. You don't have to hide. Because if you hide, I don't feel comfortable. Okay? Here, if I put one more square, how many I have? This is where the whole formula is. So if you don't pay attention, you will not know. Okay? Yeah. What is that?
I'm tired.
How?
Not much sleep
Why?
because I slept late.
Huh?
I slept late.
So that is a problem that I cannot fix. Yeah. So okay, see, you guys have no opportunity to say you're tired because I've been standing like this for last 2 hours, and I feel still fresh. Yeah. Do I look fresh? Yeah. Okay. Huh? Huh? No. So what I'm saying is, here again. Can you guys stop making sound? Keep the book there. Keep the book there. You also, you keep the book there. Here, if you look at this, pay attention here. Only for next 5 minutes, you will understand this concept. Otherwise, you will never ever understand this concept. I have 1 square. Every side is 1 centimeter. This is 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. What will I call this? 1 centimeter square. Can I say that? If I add one more square of the same size,
2 centimeters.
2 centimeters square,
2 centimeters square.
3 centimeters square, 4 centimeters square,
5 centimeters square.
we'll stop there. So now I have 4 centimeters square. Now you look at this. This is 1 centimeter, this is 1 centimeter, this is 1 centimeter, this is 1. So this is, if I look at this, this looks more like a rectangle now. Yeah? Does it? Tasvik? Sanvi? Everybody? Does it look like rectangle now? I have put 4 1 centimeter squares. So this is like looking like a rectangle. How much is the, I have how many centimeter squares I have? 4. 4 centimeter square. That will be my area. 4, see, I have 1 centimeter. I am calling this as 1 centimeter square. This is my area. This is my 1 centimeter square. So here I have 4 centimeter square. Right? This looks more like a rectangle, correct? Now what is the length of this rectangle? If I look at this like a rectangle, what is the length of this rectangle? Ishan, what is the length of this rectangle? Yeah.
4 centimeters.
Okay. What is the width of this one?
Huh?
What is the width of this rectangle?
1 centimeter.
1 centimeter. Yeah. So now let me do one thing. I have put 4 more on the top of this. So now what is the total area?
8 centimeters.
8 centimeter squares. Yep. But it's still looking like a rectangle to me. Yeah. What is the length of the rectangle now? Length.
2 centimeters.
Length.
Oh, 1 centimeter.
Length.
Ah, I can't get it.
4 centimeters.
4 centimeters. See, length is length.
Oh, you
This is length, this is width. What is so difficult about it? Yes, Shanvi. You're talking on mute, beta.
I was gonna answer the question.
Yeah, tell me, what is the answer? What is the length?
Should, if you together put it to one circle and one big rectangle, would it be like 8 centimeters?
So, 8, see, I will look at, this is my 1 centimeter square. Okay, so 1 centimeter square. How many of that I have? I have 8. So, this is my area, 8 centimeter square. Okay. Now, I'm saying, when I'm putting 8 centimeter squares together, it looks like a rectangle. What is the length of the rectangle? What is the length of the rectangle?
8 centimeters?
No.
8
One-
centimeters. Wait.
One more
4
time.
centimeters?
4 centimeters. What is the width here?
2 centimeters.
2 centimeters. So what is happening here is my if I look at 8 centimeters square as my area, this is length times width. Length times width. 4 centimeter into width 2 centimeter also gives me 8 centimeters square. This is what tells me the formula for area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle is no making sound. No making sound.
Me?
No. Whomever I was asking, that person.
Sound?
I heard it. Okay, but yeah, pay attention. Why are you making the mistake? So from this one we learned that my area of a rectangle is going to be, if I look at this rectangle, I can break this down into those unit size squares and count the number of squares. If I have, let's say if I have a rectangle like this, which is 5 centimeter long and 3 centimeter wide, I can break this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can break this into 15 square centimeters. That is how the area of a rectangle is derived as length times width. Meaning this length times width is 15 centimeters square. You will find 15 square centimeters inside this also. Okay. So this gives you the area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle would always be area of a rectangle. This is rectangle. This is rectangle. Will be length times width. Okay. So this is why I was saying, let's say if I have a rectangle which is, let's say, 3 centimeter length, 2 centimeter width, you can always think, okay, 3 centimeters, let me break this down. So I'll have 6, this is 1 centimeter square, this is 1 centimeter square, this is 1, so total 6 centimeter squares, 3 times 2. So this is, length is 3 centimeter and width is 2 centimeter. When you multiply this, you get this. 3 times 2 is 6. And then centimeter and centimeter. So like I said,
Centimeters square.
yes, 2 times 2 gives you 2 square, 3 times 3 gives you 3 square, centimeter into centimeter will also give you centimeter square. That's not good. Don't do that. So here 3 into 2, 2 numbers multiplied gave me 6. 6 centimeter into centimeter give me centimeter square. Yeah, the thing.
I made up an idea like this.
What is that?
I made up an idea like 7 times 7 equals 7 square.
Right. Yep.
Please.
Okay, so going forward, I have stopped kids from using bathroom during the class because kids go to the bathroom, stay there for 10 minutes, don't study. Do your bathroom everything before coming here so that you can pay one attention only in the class, okay? Unless it's an emergency. Is it an emergency? No, then leave it. Okay, so coming back to, so any number, be it centimeter, be it 3, be it 202, be it 55, any number. If I say 100 times 100, this will also be 100 square. If I say 200 times 200 times 200, what will this be? What will this be?
Wait,
Wait, can you repeat it?
200 times 200 times 200 will be how much?
203.
200 cube or 200 to the power 3. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are not paying attention. You are already tired. Somebody is sleepy. Then how will you learn? No, I don't take that in the class. I will not take that. If once you come here, you are only coming here to study. I'm not here to entertain anybody's tantrum, anybody's complaint, leg hurts, head hurts, neck hurts. All those are to be taken care by doctor. I'm not a doctor. Yeah. All the pampering is done by parents. I'm only a teacher.
What job do you have besides being a teacher?
We'll talk about it later. Okay. I work in IT. I mean that everybody knows. Okay. All right. So here the area of a rectangle is length times width. This is what is derived. Yeah. Now same thing for a square. What we found was this is also like a rectangle. So length times width. Here length. In case of a square, my length and width are the same. So I can say length times length. That becomes my area. You multiply this side, two sides, that gives you the area of a square. Savyansi? Sayanvi, sorry. Is that okay? Now, yeah, Aditi.
I want to tell you a very funny question.
Yep.
You know that fish times fish equals fish square?
Yes. Fish times fish equals fish squared. Monkey times monkey equals monkey squared. Alligator times alligator equals alligator squared also.
Wow.
And the animal.
And yeah, and then where we stop. No, that's where we stop. So again, there was nothing funny about it. But the good thing is, what I'm trying to say is, if you multiply anything with itself, that gives you a square. If you multiply it 3 times, that gives you a cube. That's what it is. Yeah.
What happens if you multiply? Wait, did you say if you multiply alligator by alligator, they'll become a square?
Alligator square. Yeah.
What happens if you multiply a times a?
Same thing. A square.
But what happens if you do a times b?
That will be A times B will be
AB squared.
AB. No, it will be AB.
What's a times c?
AB.
AB. Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E.
Okay, stop. Again, asking a question for clarification is okay. If we go in a different direction, it's a waste of time. Yes, Yanvi.
So you can multiply any alphabet?
Yeah, you can. That is what we learn. We all will learn in algebra. When you guys grow up, when you go to next level, level 2, that is when we'll talk about the equations, quantity equations. You will deal with something like this: x squared plus bx plus c. This is called a quantity equation. What do you see here? X squared. That is coming by multiplying x with x. Yeah.
So you can do any. So you can multiply anything.
Mathematically, yes.
Yes, like anything in the whole entire world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Earth times Earth.
Yeah, you can say. See, okay. See, I mean, this might sound like a funny discussion, but it's a fact. If I say Earth as Earth, but Earth multiplied by Earth, simple. Math knows these two are the same two things getting multiplied with each other, and that becomes Earth squared. That's it.
Earth 2?
Earth squared.
So every time 2 and
2 means
Two is a square. 2 is known as square. Yeah. Yes, Yanvi.
So you can multiply atoms?
Yeah.
Atoms.
You can multiply items. You can multiply items times items is atom squared.
So basically any item you can multiply and it makes
Yeah, banana is banana, banana is square. Yeah.
even you?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's stop it there because otherwise we'll just keep on doing square and we'll be back to square one. You know what is back to square one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Back
So,
to the
so we'll
back to
yeah back to square one. So okay, now let's continue. One last thing, okay? One last thing we have to. You feeling hot?
Yeah.
Switch on the fan. You guys have fan right next to you. Turn it on. Today is much better.
That's loud. Okay, that's loud.
Now, okay, let's go continue. So now, area of a rectangle we know. That's fine. It's not that loud. I mean, you guys are making a big deal out of it. I'm louder than the fan. Anyways, here. So we learned area of a rectangle, area of a square, and this is area of right triangle. Now, what we learned in the last class was this. if you have a rectangle, if you join the two corners, what will it become? It became a right angle triangle, and this is like half of the area of a rectangle. You see it? If you don't pay attention to the class, you will not be able to solve a single problem, okay? And I am assuming nobody is coming here for wasting time. And if you are, don't come. Okay? Ishan, here. So, this is the last thing that we are trying to learn as part of this class, which we have learned already. We are just doing a revision, and then we'll not talk about how to find out the area of a rectangle, square and right angle. Because I'm sure Shalini, Jaganya, Tasvik, Aditi, they are already tired of hearing this thing, okay? They have done it enough. So I'm doing it only for you guys. Come to this side. I'll turn off the fan. It's not that hot today. It is hot, it will be hot for a minute. Yeah? So, if you see anybody in the class, okay? If you're coming here, you are coming to learn. Okay? If you're not learning, you are coming for a wrong reason then. Okay? So let's focus on learning. Ishan?
Yeah, I'm writing down like what we did in class.
No, so you don't have to see, because that's what I discourage you guys from taking notes, because you have everything on the video. You
I
can
know
watch
what
it.
my dad tells me to. So
That's fine. I'm saying again. Now if I ask you what is the area of a rectangle, how did we do it? Can you tell me? Can you explain it to me? Yes.
so
please.
like the area of a rectangle, like we find that out, but like we multiply the perimeter. Like if the perimeter is like 20 and like if the length is like 20, the side is like
Width,
4.
width.
Like we'll multiply 20 times 4.
So it's length and width, okay?
Yeah.
And what we learned in the class was we can look at a rectangle to break it down into smaller size squares. That is how we found the formula for this thing, okay? See, right now I'm not trying to explain you guys how those formulas are derived in a way I would teach anybody in a higher grade, because it will be too overwhelming for you guys. Nehat, can you sit down properly? Sit down properly. Sit down properly. I mean, see, there will be some discipline that we all have to follow. See, I'm not sitting on a sofa here lying down like this, right? That is not, you'll fall. So, I am following some discipline. I expect everybody to follow some discipline, okay? Alright, so now coming back to the right angle triangle. Okay, somebody raised hand. Who was it? Shalini. Yes, Shalini.
So, is the right angle triangles?
This is my rectangle. We all know the properties for rectangle. Opposite sides are same. Opposite sides are same, and every angle is 90 degrees. What did I do? If you
My
want.
question was, which grade is this coming from? Like the right angle triangle?
So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. See, this was my rectangle. What did I do? I joined two opposite corners. If I look at only this piece, this is a right angle triangle, the one I have highlighted. This is a right angle triangle because this angle is 90 degrees. Yeah? And if you look at the other side, this side and this side both look to be the same. So area of a right angle triangle is half of the area of the rectangle. So I will say half times length times width of the rectangle. Or I call this as base, and if I call this as height, I will say half times base times height. Because my rectangle's area is this length times width, base times height. Here I am saying this area of the right angle triangle is half of the area that rectangle takes. Because I am joining the opposite corners, that is how it becomes half times base times height. Okay? So, if you look at this picture, right, it will be clear to you. Why the area of a right angle triangle is half times base times height or length times width? Because this area of a right angle triangle is half the area of the rectangle. Make sense? Shall we? Are you with me? Yes, no, halfway through, so,
Halfway through.
halfway through. So again, look at this picture, okay? Look at this picture. This was my rectangle. Here, this was my rectangle, okay? What did I do? Rectangle, I know that my opposite sides are same and every angle is 90 degrees. What did I do? I joined the two opposite corners. That broke my, or that split my rectangle into two parts. One is the green part, one is the black part. The green part is also a right angle triangle, the black part is also a right angle triangle. Right? It became half. So that is why it is half times base times height. Make sense now? Yeah? And I promise once you guys are in 7th, 6th or 7th grade, I will even prove that in a mathematical way, okay? Not right now, because if I try proving why this area and talk about congruence, you guys will start scratching your head on Ganesh Chaturthi, okay? Yeah? Okay? So that is, so this actually brings us to the end of this class. I will give you guys 15 minutes break early because Aditi has to go somewhere, and with a promise that we will not do area of a rectangle, square and right angle triangle again for next 2 months at least, because we have done that enough. If I keep on doing that, I'm sure Yaganyas, Aditi, Tasvik and many of you would say sir is only wasting time. Yeah? Alright. So that brings us to the end of the class. I'll let you guys go a little early. Kids who are at home, they can obviously disconnect and start enjoying the evening. Kids who are in the classroom, they have no choice, they have to wait for their parents to. Alright. So see you guys. Ishan, you'll not go to the road, you'll stay here till I see your parents. No, your dad will not be here early. Yeah.